Have you ever been with someone who's like smelly down there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about men who neglect personal hygiene in relationship. It's one of those things that can quietly chip away at attraction and intimacy, yet a lot of people avoid addressing it head on. At the start of the relationship, many men put in the effort, fresh haircuts, clean outfits, good breath, okay? But somewhere along the way, some just stop trying. Maybe they get comfortable, maybe they assume their partners will love them no matter what, or maybe they just never saw hygiene as a priority in the first place. I've put the videos together where women are exposing men who have bad hygiene. So I'll put the videos together so that you watch and then I'll be back to share my truth.
Have you ever been with someone who's like smelly down there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not down there, but she says he smells good.
But I mean, like, have you ever been with someone who has like bad hygiene?
Yes, one time I dated a guy in college who just did not have good hygiene. Have you?
No. What did you do?
You just don't date for very long. Because listen, there are some people, like I told Harrison this, like 10 girls smell you. I'm sure some of them would walk away being like, I didn't smell him.
Yeah.
Some would say he smelled bad, and some would say he smells phenomenal. I think his natural body odor smells really good.
Yeah.
But it's natural.
Same with Pete's. I love his natural body smell.
But you put him up to 10, his natural smell, some girls are gonna be like, oh my God, I can't stand it. Cause like
Yeah.
we're just wired, like that's like a nose thing.
And we like love their pheromones.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like deeper than just like him cleaning. Like if you didn't like their smell and he showered every single day, you're still not gonna like his smell.
Well, and like after I've gotten done working, I've been very sweaty. Pete will like kiss me and he's like, "You smell so good," and I'm like, "I smell horrible," but I'm like, it's just like you're the person you're with. Just they either like the way you smell or they don't.
And some people after the gym can gross me out, and some can't.
Yeah.
And so that's just, yeah, it's a pheromone thing. So I don't know. I feel really bad for them, but I think it's like deeper.
There's an odor problem, and I don't know how to bring it up.
So his penis stinks.
Yes.
He might have an STD. There's something going on here.
No.
He doesn't clean himself.
Oh God. I would hope so, but he
Wait,
also
what
is
part is
uncircumcised.
what part? Oh.
What did she say?
It's the foreskin. The foreskin.
Oh, so is he circumcised?
He's not cleaning under the
No.
carpet.
Okay, so he has schmegma.
He has smegma, and I don't know how to tell him.
You gotta go. Hey, your schmegma stinks.
I mean, look,
Hey, what is that? Velvet.
if you
Your
care,
schm-
if you care about him at all,
What is that?
It's only gonna help him. You want to help him, period.
Yo.
Whether or not he's with you.
What is that smell? It smells like schmegma. What
I
is
do
that?
want to help him. I just
Velvet.
don't want to be the one to tell him and hurt his feelings. You know.
Well, who else
It's
is
not
gonna
be
tell him
easy
if
for
not
him.
you?
You should go.
I know.
You should go.
I need
something.
to.
What is this? Is this me? You should do you first. Go. Is that me?
Because if it was
oh,
you,
no.
wouldn't you want him to tell you that you smell?
Yes, I would for sure, but I don't know. I just don't want to hurt his ego by saying, your smells.
That's-
Sorry, I
Just,
didn't mean to say
that's
it.
just say,
that's
what
a-
is that? Velvet.
That's a temporary hurt, though. That is something that is like, okay, because it could be a health issue. And
Yeah.
that's something that he needs to know and handle and
foreskin.
take care of, because that could grow into something worse.
You just say, hey,
Literally
you're
grow.
not circumcised, so I think that that's what you do. You have to do it like, you're not circumcised, and usually, and then, Google something, go, look, there's a thing that they say
Right.
that people who are circumcised get this velvet. What is that? Schmegma.
And maybe you could be like, let's clean it together. And you could pull back the turtleneck and clean under it for him and show him the proper way to do it.
The turtleneck, yeah, tell them to wash the turtleneck.
I can't be the one to clean it.
No,
But
dip
you
it in
do-
some solution.
You do have to tell him, as somebody that cares about someone, sometimes you have to have those hard
Yeah,
conversations.
you got to do that. You got to do that.
There's a lot of different layers here.
Uh-huh.
I should not be saying this information out loud because I'm embarrassed, okay? But I was in a relationship with a man who I had to remind to brush his teeth sometimes. It either didn't become an issue until we were like deeper into the relationship, or I didn't notice until later. But I know for me, when it got to the point where I realized it and that it was an issue, that's not something I was willing to like leave him for. I don't know, it almost seemed like a petty reason to like break up with somebody because it was something that could be fixed. My thought process was, okay, it's brushing your teeth, like that's something you can make a habit. I was wrong, I guess, but I have learned since then. Never again. But I also don't want to pin this issue on the women in the relationship because it's not the woman's fault that the man, can't do things for himself and needs to be reminded of simple things. Needing to be told that you need to brush your teeth, it almost reminds me of a really weird version of weaponized incompetence. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's one thing to not remember to put your dirty clothes in the dirty laundry hamper, but needing to be reminded that you need to brush your teeth, that's like a whole other level of what the fuck. This is apparently a semi-widespread issue, and it shouldn't be, and that's kind of concerning.
It's just so crazy to me how grown adult people do not clean up after themselves. Like, who raised you? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is your common decency, common sense, respect for others? Like, what's going on? Because as someone who has been in the janitorial industry, the men's bathroom be one of the dusty, crusty, mustiest places I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Just disgusting. Do y'all not know how to pee in the toilet? Like, what? But even then, just like in the community kitchens, like in corporate America, why you even clean up after yourself? Ain't nobody cleaning your dishes for you, baby. I'm not your maid. I'm not your mom. I ain't none of it. No. And the fact that you can just clean up after yourselves. Quit expecting other people to do it for you. Like, that's so disrespectful, so rude, and just, no, disgusting.
How do I tell my fiance that his hygiene is a problem? Hello, Hayes. My fiance doesn't have the best hygiene, and it's negatively impacting our intimacy and our relationship. I love him so much, but it's difficult for me to be affectionate if he hasn't showered or if his breath is bad. His halitosis can be so extreme, and I've asked him to talk to a dentist or a doctor to see if there's anything they can do to help. I always try to communicate this from a loving and supportive place, but he takes it personally, gets upset, and doesn't make changes. How can I approach this in a way that doesn't upset him and will result in long-term improvements to his hygiene practices? Ooh, God, that was a close one. I got it. Before we dive into this problem, and it is a problem, let's just normalize for a second that we all smell sometimes. Doesn't mean you love someone any less if you prefer to be with them when they don't have body odor. I don't like to make out in the morning, like dry kisses only before the teeth have been brushed. That is not what we're talking about in this letter. This is beyond morning breath. Your use of the word halitosis? Halitosis. I didn't know what that meant. It's the clinical term for an oral health problem. This problem is about your fiance's fully developed poor hygiene habits that make you not want to be close to him and that he refuses to address. No matter the topic area, if the person that you're planning to marry has a habit that regularly makes you not want to be affectionate with them, that's something you must address before you get married. Do not make the mistake of assuming the problem will go away once you're married. Marriage is not a band-aid, it's a microscope. This is a super serious thing, and I would position it to him that way. Maybe he hasn't cared about it because he doesn't understand how big of a problem it is. I'd be like, I'm concerned about your hygiene, love. Like, I love you, but when you don't shower and refuse to address the bad breath, it makes me not want to be physically close to you. Can't begin our marriage this way. Why don't you want to go to the doctor? One would assume that because you're getting engaged, you know a lot about him. So I'm wondering if there's any personal backstory about the way he grew up that might make him super sensitive or hesitant to address these hygiene issues. Maybe he didn't have access to showers or oral health care growing up. If he doesn't have access to a doctor now, that's a completely different type of video, but I assume you would have mentioned that to me. If this is related to something in his past, like, you still gotta work through that together because it's presenting a big issue for you now. And ultimately, love, like, people have different hygiene practices. If your fiance reeks, but it doesn't bother you, you want to maintain this relationship, then like that's great. If it does bother you, if it's impacting your ability to be close, like that, you gotta figure that out. You gotta tell him.
So that's a video, guys. So I'm just also here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. So, ladies, have you ever dated a man who just refused to shower? Like, you were always thought to use deodorant was an optional. So I have dated one, and this person never used to like bathing, guys. Like, I tell you the truth, this person like used to shower 2 times in a week. Okay, just showering was an issue, and you know how crazy it is when someone is smelling. Like, when someone is smelling, you don't even want to be near them. Like, those things really happened to me, and I was like, okay, This is not the person I want to date. I want a fresh man, a good man, a man who smells nice. Because you know, man, let me tell you, you're more attractive when you smell good, you look good, you dress good. Make sure you wash your underwear, your boxers. Make sure you wash them. You put deodorant and you perfume. Very important. And you look so nice. Okay, there's nothing wrong of taking a shower rather than coming to see someone just to bring yourself smelling. It's not a good thing. Okay, so poor hygiene can affect attraction, intimacy, and over relationship. So this happened to me. Like this person, I was never attracted to them because how can you be smelling your mouth, like in your mouth? Can't you brush? You're a grown-up person. I think you know these personal hygienes. So some people, even if you tell them, they're not willing to learn and they're not willing to do it. So you can't force anyone to change if they feel like they're okay, they're smelling good. You let them be, no matter how much you love them, but let them be because you're trying your best. You're not trying to control, but you're just trying to um manage. Okay, just manage this person. Like, yeah, my person is supposed to look good, you're supposed to smell good. And it's so embarrassing when you go with this person outside or maybe with your friends. How are you going to be talking, and how are you going to um be like there? Because some people don't hide it. They'll say, oh, here it's smelling, and how are you going to feel? So why some men stop caring about hygiene? Comfort is one of those. They believe once they got their partner, there is no need to impress anymore. This is where men get it wrong. Like if you want to date someone and you've gotten that person in a relationship, this is a time like to work hard, like to show yourself like you're a clean person, you got good morals, you're a good partner, you are, you know, number one is hygiene. Hygiene is very important. And how can you even sleep with a man who smells? Mm? Aren't you going to get some diseases with that? This person who doesn't even wash themselves. So you have to be very careful, ladies, because ladies are very sensitive. That's one thing you should learn and understand. So there's also lack of awareness. Some men were never taught proper hygiene habits growing up. Yeah, some people were not taught. Okay, they just grew up like themselves. So it's very hard, I know, to learn when you've grown, but you're going to learn the hard way. Okay, you have to learn because how can you live with people you're smelling? Mm? It's not good. So there's also mental issues or health issues, depression or low self-esteem can lead to neglecting health hygiene. So if you're feeling like that, there's a lot of places where you can go and seek therapy. It's really important. It's not it's not a big deal. Like I understand, but you just have to smell good. That's a point. Common hygiene issues women complain is keeping showers or infrequent bathing, bad breath and lack of oral hygiene, not wearing deodorant or overusing um perfumes. All right, when you haven't bath, you have a bad odor. So there's also dirty nails, unkempt hair, and unshaven faces. These women they complain too much, wearing the same clothes for days. Okay, how poor hygiene affect relationship, loss of attraction, physical neglect. Okay, can make a partner less desirable, reduce intimacy. Bad hygiene can lead to avoidance of physical closeness because how can I come close to you if you smell bad? And how are we even going to kiss? How am I going to feel like how are we going to be so close to each other if you smell? Make sure you work on your hygiene. It's really important as a man. So there's also frustration and resentment. One partner feels burdened by the other lack of effort. There's also social embarrassment. It can affect how couples are perceived in public. How to address hygiene issues without hitting his ego. Use humor or playful teasing. Babe, I think um you need to brush your teeth. Okay, or maybe you didn't brush your teeth yesterday. So you have to like have a honest conversation. You're not being rude, but you're just trying to tell the truth and so that your partner should improve in those areas. They're really important. Okay, make it shared activity. Buy hygiene product together. Turn a grooming into a bonding experience. gives appetite to it, gives him a high quality grooming kit or a nice cologne. Okay, so good hygiene is not just about smelling nice, it's about self-care and respect for a partner. Okay, so you have just to have this respect. If you don't smell good, then you don't respect your partner. How can you come to me when you haven't even bathed? Does it take a long time to bath? Okay, you can just have a quick shower for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You come out, you put on your deodorant, you put on your perfume, you come and see me, you smell good, and you're going to have a good time together. But why are you rushing? Why don't you want to take time to um respect me? To just having a good hygiene is respecting others. It's really important. Your socks are smelling, you remove your feet in your shoes that are smelling. This is not good, okay? It's not good. Yeah, a man is supposed to be smelling good. Lead by example. This is one thing I should tell you. So guys, that's my thinking. I don't know what you think. And kindly leave a comment like, have you ever dated a person who has bad hygiene, guys? And how did it go? How did you handle the whole situation? Because the whole situation is kind of crazy. So guys, I've put the videos together so that you guys you learn. So leave a comment. Let's discuss. Bye.